That is good news.
Promising.
Yes.
I was saying to everybody, they're like, oh, this rain stinks. It's like, well, it could be snow, folks.
That's right. And, you know, I'm wanting to wait as long as possible into this winter before we start really dealing with snow around here.
Too.
Yeah. So they canceled the advisory, but any areas that are left with water on it, because the temperatures are down around freezing, still could be a little slick. So watch out for any of those patchy spots. Temperatures currently across the area right now, we're at 42 degrees in D.C., well above freezing. But look at Hagerstown, look at Gaithersburg, upper 30s right now. There are plenty of neighborhoods that are just around the mid-30s. Now, bus stop forecast will be doing a bit better as we make our way through the morning hours. Temperatures will continue to come up, 46 by pickup time, 53 by recess time. And yes, that is just a little bit of sunshine coming our way around 11 a.m. to noon. And then by afternoon, drop-off time for the kids, 54 the temperature. It is looking like today, even though we were dealing with a little bit of freezing rain and some slick spots north and west, today's going to be the warmest day out of the work week. So showers out of here. Take a look down around D.C. now, still dealing with some rain, as well as down through southern Maryland and areas south down I-95. Now, Brianne Carter, she's been out in Mobile Track 7 all morning long. She has the very latest on what's happening on area roads. Brianne?
And VJ, certainly the good news right now from where we are in Luckett's along 15 is that rain really has subsided, but a lot of wet pavement that we're still dealing with. Take a live look here from Mobile Track 7, and you can see those headlights coming towards us, brake lights in front of us, and certainly that means obviously not only with the darkness that we still have out here that those windshield wipers should be on, so headlights should be on, but certainly that's always the rule as well. Now, what we've seen so far traveling through Montgomery County and here now into Virginia as well is some of those trucks that were staged along the side of the road looking for any possible areas that might be some patchy freezing rain, any of that sort of thing. We have not seen any of that this morning, so that has been the good news. Now, we do know in some sections of western Maryland and in West Virginia that they do have a 2-hour delay locally in as we are getting closer to the city. Certainly, of course, not seeing any of that because of the weather this morning. Now, take a live look. You can see just from the back here of Mobile Track 7, and you can see a little bit of that sheen from the road and wet pavement. But again, the rain starting to subside here in Luckett's, Virginia. We are continuing to keep an eye on all of that as this weather moves through this morning. For now, though, let's get a check of the roads. Julie Traffic standing by with that.
All right, Bree, on the roads right now, we're looking at some delays that are forming because of volume, and hopefully folks are slowing down just a bit because of the wet pavement. We're going to start off here on 95 in Maryland, coming southbound, trying to make your way past the ICC. We do have a crash reported on the ramp from southbound 95 to exit at the ICC, so heads up, leaving 198, headed down towards the Capitol Beltway. The Beltway, outer loop, the top side, as you travel from College Park, headed over towards 270 on that wet pavement right now, an 18-minute commute traveling from College Park, headed over towards 270. And then 395, northbound out of Virginia, starting to slow just a bit here at the Pentagon, trying to get across the 14th Street Bridge, a 13-minute ride northbound on 395. That's our traffic watch. Back within the next 10 minutes with an update on the roads and the rails. Larry, back over to you.
All right, Julie, thanks. So breaking overnight, a homicide investigation in a quiet D.C. neighborhood.
A man found dead in the Chevy Chase area, and this morning, police are focusing on one critical clue. Sam Sweeney is live in Northwest with more on this investigation. Sam.
Nacho, good morning. This is in the Hawthorne neighborhood in Upper Northwest, as you said, in Chevy Chase. 32nd Street right now remains closed. You can see D.C. police blocking off this area of the street and then also down the street closer to Western Avenue Northwest. Now, what we know is at about 9:15 last night, multiple shots ring out. Take a look at the video. You can see where the investigation surrounds this vehicle here. This is a Jaguar, multiple bullet holes in the windows, shattering those windows. That's where that man was found dead. Police have been on the scene here all last night, all into this morning, and once the sun comes up, we expect homicide investigators to return back to the scene. At this hour, we are still waiting on suspect information. Of course, if you have any information or you may have been in this area, police want to hear from you. As soon as we have that info, we will, of course, pass it along. Reporting live in the Chevy Chase neighborhood of Northwest Washington, I'm Sam Sweeney. Back to you guys in the studio.
Sam, thanks for that. Right now, Prince William County Police looking for a missing 10-year-old boy who could be out alone in the cold. Diego Martinez was last seen leaving his house on Coverstone Drive in Manassas around 7 o'clock last night. Police say they believe that he may be walking in the area. Anyone with any information should please contact police immediately. Jimmy?
Well, Larry, Stormwatch 7 right now at 6:04, tracking mostly rain here in our area, but to our north and to the west, a huge snowstorm forcing weather alerts in 17 states. That storm has already dumped more than 6 inches of snow in the Chicago area and parts of the Great Lakes, causing major problems on roads, including a 33-car pileup in Michigan. In Detroit, a passenger plane actually skidded off a snowy runway after landing, and overnight, that system pushed east, reaching the Boston area. But even though it's snowing now, it is actually expected to be the warmest part of the week. A system is pushing into the northeast that will send temperatures plunging by the end of the week, including here in our area. So that's something to keep in mind. Also this morning, whether or not it's raining or it's snowing, make sure you stay connected with the Stormwatch 7 team. You can download our free Stormwatch weather app to get alerts and forecasts right at your fingertips. In fact, I just got a text message, so make sure you visit WJLA.com and be sure to follow us both on Facebook and Twitter for the very latest. Atria?
Jimmy, thanks. At 6:05, coming up in the day ahead, Katherine Hoggle is expected in court in Rockville this morning for a status hearing. The judge is expected to evaluate whether or not she is competent to stand trial. Hoggle has been treated for mental health issues over the past 2 years. She is the last known person to have seen her 2 children, Jacob and Sarah, before they disappeared in September of 2014. Hoggle is charged with neglect, obstruction, and hindering in the case.
How about this for a commute? D.C. to Baltimore in just 15 minutes. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, think again. A proposed high-speed train between the cities could do just that. According to a study, the 40-mile line would cost at least $10 billion to build. And you can weigh in on these plans at a public hearing tonight at Arundel Middle School in Odenton.
Breaking overnight, a late-night verdict handed down.
Yeah, the faith of jurors decided for the man accused of shooting and killing a former NFL star. It's coming up next.